What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic with a nice big welcome to all of the new members of the Fanbase. I know I just recently did a reaction video to a Nightwish song called Ghost Love Score.
That's the truth.
And the channel kind of blew up. I was not ready for that. I had people warning me too. They're like, your channel's gonna blow up, and I didn't believe them. Well, stupid me, I should have believed them. So I want to make a brief video here because when I have a lot of new people join, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of questions, and I just want to take a brief moment to make a video. We'll hopefully explain a lot about this channel, and hopefully we'll answer a lot of your questions in the process. So let's get started. First of all, who am I? Well, it's very simple. My stage name is David Heretic. That is my professional stage name. Obviously, it's not my real name. I am a musician. I have studied music for over 40 years. I've been playing music since I was the age of 3, believe it or not. I've been a professional musician for about 30 years now. I'm a professional bassist and backing vocalist. I have a lot of touring experience and studio experience. I've toured extensively all over the United States as well as Europe and South America. I have a number of studio credits for anything from studio sessions, demo work, to television, commercials, you name it, I've done it. So hopefully that gives you some background on who I am, my expertise, and where I come from when I'm doing my reactions, reviews, and rants. Now, what is this channel about? This channel is about reactions, reviews, and rants, as the name of the channel says. I will be reacting to things I've never seen before. I will be reviewing those things, and I will go off on rants now and then. You know, it happens. You know, I get passionate about something, I get fired up, and I have a tendency to go off on it. So just brace yourself. It will happen, I promise. Why did I start the channel? I started the channel on a dare, if you could believe that. A friend of mine said, you should do a reaction channel. And I kind of looked at him like, what in the world are you talking about? What is a reaction channel? Believe it or not, I wasn't very big on YouTube back in the day. Up until about a year ago, I really hadn't had a whole lot of experience with YouTube. So he showed me what a reaction channel was, and I watched several, and I saw them, and I saw a lot of them doing a lot of the exact same things. A lot of begging for people to join their channel. A lot of begging for people to subscribe, which I hate that word, and I'll get to that in a little bit. And what I saw a lot of was, you know, people would start their video, and the first thing out of their mouth was, before we even watch the video, make sure you subscribe, give a thumbs up, and click the bell. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, so you're asking them to like a video that they haven't even watched yet? That doesn't even make sense. And then they go through and they watch the video, and they just sit there and make faces and say, that's great, that's awesome, that's fire, yo. And I'm like, okay, well, that's great, but why? What about it did you like? And I thought to myself, well, maybe they'll get to the end of the video and they'll talk about it. Nope. They got to the end of the video and they spent 3 minutes, I'm not kidding you, they spent 3 minutes practically begging people to subscribe to their channel, click the bell, and hit that thumbs up. And I'm sitting here going, so this is just like basically one giant infomercial to get people to join your channel? Is that it? So that's all you're in it for is clicks? So I made this channel for one very simple reason. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to have a different approach. I will not ask you to subscribe. That is totally up to you. Number one, I hate that word. It's up to you whether or not you want to join the fan base. Okay, that's what I call it. You join the fan base. You're not just a number, you're a member of this community. And I take a lot of pride in that. I don't like that word subscribe. So I'm never going to ask you to do that. I'm never going to ask you to click that button. I'm also never going to ask you to give a thumbs up or click the bell unless you want to. It's all about what you want. If you want to join, if you want to click the bell, if you want to give the thumbs up, that's totally up to you. I'm not going to sit there and try to pressure you or bully you into doing it. That is fully your choice. What makes this channel different is I'm honest, I'm open, I am opinionated. I do have my opinion on things, and I will give it, and it will be 100% honest at all times. If I watch something and I really enjoy it, I'm going to tell you I really enjoy it. And I'm also going to tell you why I really enjoy it. I like doing that. I like being able to say, I like this because of this, and this. On the flip side, I am going to be honest, and I will tell you when I don't like something, and I will be honest about it. I didn't like this because of this, and this. Now, is that going to upset some people? Sure, of course it's going to upset some people. Is it going to make people not want to join the fan base? Yeah, probably. And again, that's their choice. Like I said, I'm not in this for clicks. I know I've had a lot of criticism from people saying, you need to be positive about everything. You need to love everything you watch. Because if you do that, more people will join your channel. But I'm not in it for that. I'm really not. If people want to join the channel, that is their choice. But I'm going to be open, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be transparent, and I'm going to be 100% open and honest about everything I say and do on this channel. So that's what makes the channel different. Not in this for clicks, not in this to make money, not in this to become famous. I'm doing this because I like to entertain. I am an entertainer, and I love to entertain people. That's why I'm doing this. But I'm going to be open and honest about it. How does this channel operate? That's a very great question. I've had a number of people ask that. What makes me react to what video? How do I choose which videos to react to? Well, I can tell you right now, I don't choose anything. I don't make those choices. This channel is 100% fan base request driven.
That's the truth.
Every single video I watch is a request from a fan base member. So everything I see, everything I watch, everything I react to is a request. So people are wondering, how do I make requests? Well, there's two things. I gotta make sure I'm clear on this. There are requests and then there are suggestions, okay? Suggestions you can make on the YouTube page. You go down the comments and you can say, hey, you should check out this. And you can provide me with a link if you want. That's totally up to you. I will go through, by the way, I do read every single comment. I don't hire anybody to do anything for me. I do all the work myself. Filming, editing, social media, the comment section on the YouTube page, I do everything on my own. So if you get a little heart next to your comment, that means I read it. I read your comment, okay? Me personally. So just to let you know, if you get a little heart next to your comment, it means I read it. I will look at your suggestion. I will look in the queue. I will look through the queue and try to find your suggestion. Now, if I find it, I will add your name to that request because it's already in the queue. Perfect. I got no problem adding your name to it. It was a suggestion. I can do that for you. No problem. Now, if it's not in the queue, it has to be a request. Now, requests are made over on the Patreon page. I'll get to that in a second. And when I do, I'm going to do my best not to sound salesy, but ultimately it does sound like a sales pitch, unfortunately. When you join the Patreon page, that's where you can make actual requests. So like I said, I'll get to that in a second. Now, all those requests go into the queue. Now, the queue is long. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The queue is very long. Right now, as of today, we stand at 1,337 requests in the queue. Now, I know that sounds like a big number, but believe it or not, the queue was up to actually the queue was over 1,600 at one point. So we've been getting it down. We've been nailing it down. It's been getting shorter and smaller. So it is going to take some time. It is going to be a process, but I will get to every single request in that queue. I promise you. Okay. So you can make the requests on the Patreon page. They go in the queue. All right. So just letting you know. Okay, let's talk about that Patreon page. I didn't even want to do a Patreon page, to be honest with you. I never wanted to do one, but I had to because the requests were getting out of control. I was getting a lot of fly-by-nighters and a lot of drive-bys who literally would come to the channel because they see the channel's growing, and there are bots, and there are programs, and there are just people who are paid by companies, in particular record companies, to go to these YouTube pages and suggest songs from their artists or from their label mates or whatever, or they're just being douchebags and they're just trying to clutter things up, and they'll say, hey, you should check this out. They put a link down and then they leave. Well, I didn't know that. So I added a lot of those to the list, and that's one of the reasons why the list got so big and out of control. I tried a number of ways I tried a lot of different techniques to get the queue down, to get the queue under control, and everything I tried failed miserably. So I talked to a lot of other reactors, and they all said the same thing. You need to be doing a Patreon page. So I am doing a Patreon page, and I don't like it, but unfortunately it's what I have to do to help get this queue under control. But unlike other reactors, I'm not going to be charging a ton of money to be on the Patreon page. I am not asking anybody to join anything. That is totally up to you. All I have done is given everybody the exact same opportunity, so it is even across the board. If you would like to join, totally up to you. By all means, go ahead and join. There are other reactors who will charge 50, 75, 100, 30, somewhere in there, just to make requests. I think that's ridiculous, especially considering the fact that they're going to go into a queue. So in order to make a request, you got to be a bronze tier member. Now, bronze tier is $5 per month. That's it. That's all it is. You pay $5 a month on the Patreon page, you're a bronze tier member, and you can make all the requests you want. So I know a lot of you new Nightwish fans that are out there who have just joined the channel here. You guys are throwing a ton of requests at me, and that's fine, guys. You're more than welcome to make those suggestions, okay? But if you want to make those official requests, you gotta be a bronze tier member, okay? Just letting you know. Now, I know that list is long. That is a long queue. And a lot of people were asking me if there's any way they can get their request bumped up in the queue. So I, again, talking to a few reactors and seeing what they do, I did come up with a system for people who would like to get their request prioritized, okay? There are two other tiers on the Patreon page. There is the silver tier and there is a gold tier. Now, I made these tiers expensive on purpose because the idea of jumping requests ahead in the queue, I see the need, well, not the need, I see the desire for people to want to do that. I get it. People want their requests prioritized. And that's fine, as long as I keep the number limited, which I did, and as long as they're willing to pay for it, because if they're going to jump ahead 1,300 spots in the queue in front of 1,300 other people, they're going to pay through the nose for it. But this is open and available to you if you want. There is the silver tier, which is $100 a month. What that entitles you to is you're able to make requests just like the bronze tier, but one request per month will be taken to the very top of the line, the front of the line, number one in the queue, which means I will film it that month and I will get out on the air by next month. So there's that. You get one prioritized request for being a silver tier member. Now there's also the gold tier. Gold tier is $200 per month, but you're not going to get two prioritized requests. You're going to get three. So you pay for two and you get one for free, basically. Now the number of tiers are limited. There's only 9 slots left for the silver tier, and there's only 2 slots left for the gold tier. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, you might want to. I need to stress this, and I need to reiterate this. I am not asking anybody to join anything. That is totally up to you. All I have done is given everybody the exact same opportunity, so it is even across the board. If you would like to join, totally up to you. By all means, go ahead and join. If you want one of those gold tier slots, that is totally up to you. I am not asking you to join anything, okay? I just want to be very clear on this. I'm trying my best not to sound salesy. Now, as far as Nightwish requests go, I have 9 songs in the queue as official requests right now. And I'm just going to go down and let you know what they are. For the Nightwish songs, I have Noise, Shudder Before the Beautiful, Slaying the Dreamer, Storytime, Nemo, 7 Days to the Wolves, Romanticize, Yours is an Empty Hope, and Everdream. So I have 9 requests right now for Nightwish songs in the queue. If your song that you want to hear is not in the queue, you know what to do. If you want to get in there, you got to become a bronze tier member. I'm sorry, but I got to keep it fair and even across the board. Other than that, I think we've covered everything. If you have questions that I was not able to answer in this video, please, please, please feel free to ask me. I am an open book. I have no problem answering any and all questions. So please feel free to hit me up and let me know, and I will be more than happy to answer your question in a timely fashion. If you like a little more in-depth information about the channel, I actually did make an introduction video for the channel that kind of explains more in depth what the channel is all about. It's at the very beginning of the channel. I'll actually include a link to that video. And also check out the Q&A section. You may have a question you want to ask. It's already been asked, and I've done Q&A videos in the past. Make sure you check those out as well. It may very well answer your question in that video. Other than that, there's really nothing else to say for right now. So until next time, folks, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.